Hello, and welcome to today's webinar hosted by Rails-to-Trails Conservancy's Trail Expert Network. My name is Mary Ellen Kuntz. I'm the Trail Resources Manager here at RTC and will be moderating today's webinar. Our topic today is getting ready for opening day. Susan Matias, RTC's Social Media Manager, and Torcia Bhattacharya, our Director of Research, will be co-presenting today's webinar. RTC has many resources and tools to support trail managers, volunteers, planners, and planners with the trail development process. This year, our 8th annual opening day for trails. Today, we'll be going over many of the resources available from RTC to help make your opening day a success. Now for some housekeeping. As you've probably already noticed, attendees have been automatically muted as they join to keep background noise to a minimum, and you are not able to speak during the webinar. We'll be keeping an eye out for any other tech problems that may emerge on our end, but we'll be unable to help with individual tech issues. If you're experiencing any such problem, your best course of action is to contact GoToWebinar's free customer support directly using the links on this screen. I encourage you to copy these down now before we move on from this slide. If for whatever reason you lose the webinar connection, please re-click your login link. You will be able to rejoin the ongoing session at any time. We are recording this webinar, so worst case scenario, you'll always be able to view it later. We'll save time for questions at the end. If you have any questions about opening day, our resources, or other content you hear about in the presentation, please type them in the question box on the right-hand side of your screen at any time. Finally, after today's webinar, you will receive a follow-up email containing a survey asking you to rate our performance on the webinar. More information about RTC's Trail Expert Network with a link to join our 10 Facebook group, sign up for occasional email notices from us, and most importantly, a recording of today's webinar. With that, I'll hand it back over to Suzanne.
Hi, everybody. So sorry about that technical issue. If you got a preview of what's to come, very exciting. And now we're happy to accompany it with audio. If you have to drop off a bit early for timing, as Mary Ellen said, we have everything being recorded, so you'll be able to reference it later. So real quick, what is opening day? We're going to speak a little bit about that, followed by a recap of some of last year's successes and the different types of trail events that you can host, inspiration for that. Then we'll touch on the perks of participating in opening day. And we'll go over how RTC can help and the types of resources available. Afterward, Torcia will talk about something new this year, a physical activity survey. Then I'll give a quick recap and share a checklist on how you can get started. And finally, we'll end with a Q&A session. So up first, big question, when is opening day for trails? This year, opening day is Saturday, April 18th. In order not to conflict with spring holidays so that everyone can participate, opening day does shift around a little bit each year. Those of you who have participated in the past may notice that. This spring, however, it is the 3rd Saturday of April. So background on opening day. Opening day was started by Rails-to-Trails Conservancy in 2013. It is the kickoff celebration for the spring trail season. You know, although trails are open all year long in most cases, and in some regions, it always feels like spring, or it may still feel like winter where you are on April 18th. Opening day is really a chance for everyone nationwide to lace up their sneakers and hit the trail. People of every variety, from cyclists, runners, walkers, skaters, hula hoopers, horseback riders, tried and true trail users, and tenderfeet all alike, are invited to join in celebrating by visiting a trail near them. By doing so, trail users can connect with nature, the community, their own personal health, and of course, the trail itself, which presents an opportunity for you as these trail managers, stewards, etc., to connect with them too by helping to encourage them either by promoting individual trail use on the day or by hosting an opening day event, which we'll speak a little bit more about. But first, every opening day is special, but we are really excited that this year is going to be a little extra special. And that is because, one, we've just entered a whole new decade, so say hello to 2020, opening day. This year's opening day, again, April 18th, is the weekend before Earth Day, which will be celebrating its 50th anniversary. Furthermore, Earth Day Network's Great Global Cleanup is taking place the entire month of April. Also, it's the National Park Service's National Park Week. And on the 18th, so the start of the week, which is opening day, all entrance fees are waived. Plus, earlier this month, the CDC launched its Active People, Healthy Nation campaign, which is an initiative to help 27 million Americans become more physically active by 2027. Given all these great opportunities this year, there's really a phenomenal and serendipitous intersection between environment and physical activity happening. Two things that trails naturally are embedded with and in line with, and we're planning to connect these themes to opening day, and more broadly, the role of trails in serving and benefiting both the environment and physical activity. So now that we've talked a bit about what we have to look forward to this year, I'd like us to also take a look back at some of the successes of 2019 and how partners like you made that happen. Here are a few top-line stats. Last year, thousands shared that they were celebrating opening day for trails. There were around 100 events organized in about 30 states last year. This national celebration courted attention. Opening day received around 60 media hits, so that's TV, print, digital. And on social media that day, we saw a reach of around 100,000. And of course, on opening day and before opening day, an appreciation and love for trails was grown. So, as said before, opening day wouldn't have been a success without partners like you, encouraging people to visit their local trails, whether urban, rural, suburban, as solo adventurers like these folks here, as part of a group with loved ones, for example, a bike riding group or even bicycle shops. And as many of you know, a really effective way to get people out on the trail is through on-trail activations, which is why we hope you will consider hosting an opening day event. Hosting doesn't necessarily have to be a large-scale marathon or anything like that, although we would completely welcome it. It could be something simple that you've done 1,000 times already, not reinventing the wheel, such as a cleanup, an organized ride, a celebration for a trail opening, or a celebration that highlights segments of future trails, like this ride we co-organized with our partners in the Bay Area last year. Or a hybrid event that combines the indoors and outdoors along the trail. As we mentioned earlier, it might be a little bit colder where you are on opening day, so having that indoor option is always nice. This event held in Milwaukee it combined everything from brews to yoga and helped spread awareness about the growing trail network in the area. Or to help show off how amazing a fully connected trail system can be and is. For example, these folks down in Texas last year had multiple unique events happening along a developing trail. You could do that with an existing trail too. They had things like a mud run and a fish fry, all very cool things. Longtime participants in opening day, they held a very cool event that combined art, music, exhibitors that really brought out the community. Opening day is a chance to also engage, local businesses in the areas, restaurants. Or a coordinated larger effort, such as this one that took place in Cleveland last year with several of our on-the-ground partners, included exhibitors, tons of activities, brought out folks like this canine rescue organization, and there was also an organized ride along a new section of trail. Either way, opening day looks different depending on where you are, and we encourage you to get creative or, stick with something that you're comfortable with. It's whatever you make of it. One last inspiration here, a very large coordinated effort throughout a region. The Circuit Trails Network is a growing trail network that will be about 800 miles, in the greater Philadelphia, southern New Jersey region. And there were around 20 different events that happened in the region. The Trails Coalition there coordinated with a watershed organization, and they really had a successful opening day event. And although all these events were unique, the thing that united them was that they were happening along the trails on the connected network. So why participate in opening day? Opening day is really an opportunity to celebrate trails in a fun way and show broad support for those trails. It's a way that you can engage your community and build relationships with new partners, new members, supporters, followers, trail users. Hosting an opening day event allows you to do something that shows your colors, who you are and what your mission or goals are. A major advantage being that your unique event will benefit from being associated with a bigger national celebration that works to amplify your organization's brand presence and provides you with recognition and the media attention I was referring to earlier. We believe that there's a magnificent power in numbers, and by courting this type of attention, we're all working together to show just how valuable trails are to communities locally, regionally, and on a national scale, and the many benefits that they have. And I'm not going to lie to you, organizing and hosting an event takes some time, love, and care. But by holding one for opening day, you have the benefit of Rails-to-Trails Conservancy's help to make it a home run. This brings us to our next topic, how RTC can help support your event. Those of you who have hosted events before know that a majority of the heavy lifting comes before the actual event happens, the marketing and overall promotion. And we make it as easy as possible for you. Through our opening day website and other resources, we have promotional pieces available in our toolkit. We have fun incentives to get people psyched about opening day and help with visibility and amplification. So just to run through our toolkit a bit quickly, which is now available on our Opening Day for Trails website, so rails2trails.org/opening day. Inside, you'll find opening day logos that you can use, templates, sample language that you can use to get the word out on social media, email, newsletters, press releases. We have a whole slew of promotional graphics available, again, to match those social media, email, headers, flyers, with different types of images to reflect your trail event. Plus, we have a sign-in sheet, liability waiver, sample liability waiver for you to use on the day, templates for t-shirts, opening day t-shirts that you can download and send to your local printer, as well as selfie stations, which are backed by popularity. So again, this year, RTC is running a sweepstakes, which will be open to individuals who RSVP to participate in the National Opening Day celebration on our website. We're still having conversations with partners right now, but we're excited to share that we'll have a mixture of items, including bikes and RTC swag, of course, available in prize pack. Starting mid-February, we'll be opening up the RSVP and therefore the sweepstakes. Bringing us to how we're here to get your event out there. Also on our website is the option to submit your event. Once you've chosen what you would like to do for opening day and sort out the planning, we'll have an entire section of our website where you can get your event listed. Then closer on the big day, we're going to unveil an interactive map that showcases all of your events. It'll be really cool. People can zoom into wherever they are and find opening day events happening near them. Plus, we're working to further amplify your opening day events this year through these environmental and health alignments I touched on earlier, for example, dovetailing with the Earth Day Network's Great Global Cleanup. To get your event posted on the website, all you need to do is create an event listing. We recommend either using Facebook, Meetup, Eventbrite, or our Trail Link events feature, which is free. And it also is tied to your trail. So it's really one-stop shop to introduce people to your trail and the event. And because we're here to excuse me, and because we want to grow the geographic spread of opening day, we're going to incentivize you getting in your events early. So what do I mean by that? To those of you who are preparing opening day events, if you submit your event and are the first to do so in your state by March 1st, you will be given some fun swag to give away at your event. So again, the date is March 1st, the first state to submit an event. And before I turn it over to my colleague, RTC's Director of Research, Torcia, to talk about the physical activity survey, here are a few other helpful tips and best practices to make your event a hit. All right, double check that you have any permits, reservations, or liability coverage you may need for the event. Consider first aid and safety and an inclement weather plan. Think about partnering with groups on an event. Again, businesses, anybody, or there's a whole variety of different community members who can also take part in opening day. And then to take advantage of RTC's promotion, try to submit your events as early as possible. Again, March 1st to get that special swag if you're the first in your state. And then get the word out about your event early and as often as possible using the resources in the toolkit. And with that, I'm happy to turn it over to Torsia to talk about the physical activity survey.
Thank you, Susan. Once again, I'm Torsia Bhattacharya. I'm the Director of Research over at Rails-to-Trails Conservancy. What I'm going to talk about now is thank you. So what I'm going to talk about now is what is new that we're doing at this opening day. So this time we're trying to go bold, go big, and collect some more information because you all are engaged in such awesome efforts and encouraging people to go outside. This year, what we are going to do is track people's time out on trails. How awesome is that? So once, depending on what type of activity that you will be organizing, you will be given a very short survey, just trying to gather information about people who have signed up, people who have showed up, and what kind of activities for how long are they engaged in. The reason we are trying to gather this information nationwide is because first of all, it's going to generate a lot of total minutes outside, and your combined efforts are going to generate a lot of social media buzz. And we'll also get to showcase all of these unique facilities that people are out in, the unique work that you're doing, as well as getting people healthier by being outside just one day. And we know how one day might lead to 1 week and a month and a year. So it's just a start of positive behavior, sometimes change in behavior for a lot of people. So we are very excited to collect this data. We will try to keep the effort on your part to a very basic minimum, where we are going to give you the surveys. The surveys are going to be super short. You collect the information, get it back to us. We'll be using SurveyMonkey as our survey collecting tool. And it's going to be as easy as just putting in 3 numbers. As for the other survey that we're going to be collecting information about, that would be the participant survey. And that'll, instead of 3 questions, that might have 5 or 6, where you will be required to distribute these paper surveys, or sometimes SurveyMonkey links to people who are participating that day if they would like to go home and take part in the survey. Again, that's also going to be a super quick, what did you do today? Did you like it? How much time did you spend out on trails? So that we can, again, gauge their people's involvement in the outdoors. So basically, we're just trying to put a number to how many people you are encouraging to be outdoors and what they're trying to do. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Susan.
Thank you so much, Torsia. And just to clarify just a little bit, so we're going to have those 2 surveys that we mentioned. One will be for you all, the event organizers, and we're going to put that in our toolkit, that online toolkit. So, and we'll send a few reminders just to let you know, like, oh, hey, did you have an opening day event? Please fill it out. And then that other one, that's for opening day participants, for them to go ahead and fill out. We welcome you to channel them over to take that survey as well. But for anybody who RSVPs to opening day, they will also get an email following up asking them to please take that survey. So thank you very much, Torsia. We're really excited to see, we're put another number to opening day for trails this year. All right, so we're wrapping up soon, but I just wanted to go through this quick checklist to make your opening day event a success. So first off, figure out your event and confirm the logistics. So even location type, who your partners will be, that sort of thing. And then to get your event listed on our website, simply create an event on Facebook, Eventbrite, Meetup, TrailLink. These services are mostly free, if not all free, and we strongly encourage you to do this so more people can find your event and we can go ahead and put it on that opening day event website. And we believe trails should be accessible for everybody, so opening day is a free celebration. Get that event submitted through the form so we can put it on our website. And then use our toolkit to help market your event. Remember to send regular reminders to your community about your event. We'll be using hashtag RTC opening day on social media to help create a buzz around opening day and your event. And then enjoy opening day. Do what you need to do to make sure your fun event is smooth running. And remember to please be safe. Take lots of photos, document the experience, and get social, again, using that hashtag RTC opening day. And tag us at Rails-to-Trails for potential reshares. We'd love to help amplify what's going on with you all. And then after all the excitement of opening day, again, please just fill out that quick survey that Portia mentioned. And reminder to stay tuned for this webinar's recording. For the RSVP to open, again, mid-February, when that sweepstakes, again, will be open for everybody. And for the opening day events page, and then for more great content and information from the Trail Expert Network. And with that, I'm about to start off the Q&A portion, but I wanted to first say that we can't wait to start hearing about your events and getting them up on our website and out in the world. With your involvement, we know that we can make this year's opening day one of the best yet. And again, we're here to help, so please feel free to contact us at any time. We'll be sharing our contact information again. So opening it up to questions. Again, you can use that chat feature just in GoToWebinar if you have any, or if you need a few minutes to ponder your thoughts, or a few days, etc., weeks, you can always feel free to email us.
We have one question so far from Will N. He asked, will we be able to limit RSVP numbers based on our capacity and to check those numbers leading up to the event?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. So one of the best things about opening day is it's really all about your event and bringing your event into this national initiative, right? So by creating your own event through event presence, if you will, on Facebook, Eventbrite, Meetup, TrailLink, you're able to take control of what is shared in that event information and track the RSVPs. Some people might want to set up a form to actually get those RSVPs with emails, whatever you want to do. So we encourage you to go ahead and set those up so that way you're going to be able to track numbers. And if you need to communicate with your audience, like, hey, we're pretty much at max, you're welcome to do so through those platforms. On the opening day website, which will have that great interactive map of all the events, people are going to be able to find your event that way, but there will be a link there that will refer them back to that original event that you created, again, on Facebook, Eventbrite, Meetup, whatever. Just to clarify a little bit on RSVPing to opening day. So we are asking people to RSVP in the national celebration. That's what will enter them into that sweepstakes, and will also be a way that we can contact them to send out that follow-up survey. That is, again, on the Rails-to-Trails opening day website. That's RSVP to participate in the entire celebration. And then if anybody is near a trail, but there might not be a special event happening, they're still able to RSVP and take place in opening day and feel like they are part of that. However, you all are also, or hopefully will be having your own opening day events. So if you want to intake registration information through those event presences you've created on Facebook, Meetup, whatever forms, you're able to track registrations that way. So they can register for your special events, but they can generally RSVP to the greater opening day celebration and therefore be entered to win fun gear and receive that follow-up survey. Thanks for asking that one.
I have a question.
Let's hear it, Mary Ellen.
Could someone organize a cleanup or plogging event for opening day?
I love this one. Plogging is one of my favorite things in the world. For those of you who do not know, plogging is a combination of originally running and picking up trash and debris alongside the trail. I think it has kind of morphed into its own thing at this point, where it might not be running, it might be walking, whatever best suits your event participants. But yes, you can 100% plan a cleanup or a plog or what have you for opening day. Sky's the limit. You know, we've created some resources to help help you realize your dreams for fun events on the trail. And again, if you're not ready to take on plogging yet, you can do an event that you're familiar with, that you guys typically do maybe on a monthly basis, whether it's invasive species removal or what have you.
Somebody said that they call plogging trasher size on the trail.
Yes.
That's also a really solid play on words.
And we look forward to hearing about your different events and to also share them with everybody else who they can see what you all are doing and these amazing on-trail activations you have, and get an appreciation for all that you do to steward and maintain and just make these trails locally and across the country just fantastic places. So I think we're wrapped up on questions, but again, if you have any after this webinar, please feel free to contact us. Our contact information is right on the screen right now. And then opening day resources can all be found at rails-to-trails.org/opening day. Thank you all again for joining us on this webinar, and our apologies again for any technical issues in the beginning. We really appreciate you joining us today, and we hope you will all celebrate opening day for trails with us this year on April 18th.